Hello. Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello. Good to see you. How's it going? Hi. Hello, welcome back. It's Carrie. I made it. This time only a week passed from my last stream. It's just a week. Man.
Hey.
It's yep. It is what it is. Hello, how's it going? Zephys was first. Hi, Zephys. Good to see you. Are you out of town right now, or are you home? Hi, Gumps. How are you guys? I hope you've had a good start to your week. Tuesday. It feels like later than that for me. And I think that's just because like work is like really, it's really dialed up right now. You're home? Nice. That's good. That's great. How long do you get to stay home before you have to go back out? Hopefully you don't have to travel again. I know you just got there. You're leaving in the morning. Figures. It figures. Oh no. That stinks. Gosh. But I think that's pretty typical for you though, right? See, I'm gonna try to get logged into Palia. Because I totally forgot to set it all up. So I'm just trying to get that done. I think it's gonna be okay. I did log in earlier and updated the game. But we have some patch notes to review. This time I'm not several months behind. I'm only a few weeks behind. Yep, only a day trip, so you should be home same day. Okay. Fingers crossed. I hope that's the case. I hope that's the case. Let's see. So what is new? So this past week saw like final stuff around the house. I think just about everything is done except for I have some artwork that's right here that I need to put up on the wall over there, and that's really it. I mean, something has come up where we know that we're gonna have family coming to visit us in August, which is several months up in the future, but I'm going to start thinking about like where they're going to be. Like, how do we turn this room back into a guest room without that little couch? Other questions like that. But yeah, so Cooper, just going to knock on my desk here. We've gone 3 days without incident with Cooper, which is nice because out of 4 days, we had 3 last week. So prior to the last 3 days, he had an incident 3 out of the 4 days before that. And it's just, it's very sad. It's all just really sad. Because you just got to wonder, like, what's he going through? Like, what's causing him to feel and act that way? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Fingers crossed he keeps it up. Head over to Walmart and purchase a tent and an air mattress. Maybe. It's, you know, and in August, I'm sure that'll be perfect. Cat PTSD. So there are so many things that can cause a cat to act out or to be it's a behavioral issue. None of what's happening is suggested that there's like, well, we already had him checked out at the vet, so we know it's not a health issue. Because this has been ongoing for a while, but just in a different way. So Cooper used to have access to the garage, because that's where we used to have all our litter. And that was where his little incidents would happen. Usually in the garage. Always in the garage. And then we cut off their access to the garage when we moved their litter to their brand new patio in the back. And this thing is gigantic. It's like... the patio is like 20 by 10. Huge room. It's bigger than this room. Anyway, that they have out there. And since doing that, there hasn't been any issues. And we did that in October. So this is happening all of a sudden again. only inside the house now, which makes sense because he doesn't have access to the garage. He may be also doing it out on the patio. I don't know. We'd have to go out there with a blue light or something. But anyway. But yeah, so it could be the renovations. It could be the new flooring. The change of the flooring. It could be the chaos of all the furniture. Hey, Laphonos. It could be the chaos from all the furniture being moved around 4 times. And just things not being the way they were before. That can cause a cat to have, start acting out behaviorally. It could be the fact that when he goes outside, other cats come in our yard and he has to fight them off. Those other cats could be causing him to, I don't know. It's like there are so many. It all started, though, after he got grabbed by the bird. And we made him stay inside for the first 3 or 4 days while he still had an open wound. We didn't let him go out. He got mad about that. Not mad, but I mean, it upset him. So, right. Exactly, Gum. So it could be all of those things happening at once. Could be kind of what caused him to start. They gave him anxiety. They could just gave him anxiety. And we all feel, we can all relate. We feel for him in that department. So poor little guy. So anyway, I bought a bunch of Feliway. It's in every room of the house. And we put all the furniture back. All 3 of the rooms with the new floors also have, a large area rug taking up a big portion of the floor. So, I don't know. We're hoping that it's just the chaos was the main reason. I've mopped the floors with the same cleaner that I've been using for years. So, I don't know if that'll help with the smell. It'll probably take a little while for them to outgas if they do. Or off-gas if they do. But anyway. Fingers crossed. I'm really hoping that this is the trick for Cooper. I just want him to be comfortable. All right. So, that's the latest. His little bird claw marks. How old is Cooper? He's 6. That's the thing. He's not a kid, but he's not old enough to be old. And we had him checked out back when he used to do stuff in the garage.
Thank you so much. Best of
Alir. I was wondering where you were.
Alertrekkand just resubscribed for 35 months.
I was wondering where you were. Hey, Alir. Thank you so much for being a subscriber for 35 months. Thank you very, very much for the tier 2 resub. I really appreciate the support. And Bruce. Oh my gosh. Hi, Bruce. Hello.
Bruce Hilda just resubscribed for 34 months.
And at 34 months.
Hello.
My goodness. You two were right around the same time. Hi, Bruce. Thank you so much also for the resub. 34 months. And earlier I missed when I was jabbing because that's what I do. Gumps and Zephys, thank you for sharing your stream streaks. Thank you for sharing the stream streaks. But yeah, anyway, Cooper is 6 years old. And so when he started with his little problems in the garage, we had him checked out. It was a series, 3 different vet visits to have him checked and to get samples and to, make sure he didn't have a medical problem, a blockage, a infection. Nope, didn't have any of that. So it all reads very behavioral. And since we put the litter out on the catio, we haven't had an issue with him until we did the renovations. So, it makes sense that might have something to do with it. Anyway, so that's that. He's been okay for the past 3 days. We're hoping that it'll just continue in this. Everything will be okay again because we've restored balance and peace to the home. So yeah, I have planned Palia for today. I haven't played Palia in a while. There are drops happening. A lot of drops happening. They're 6 hours worth of drops, but they're very interesting drops. The drops include all kinds of materials. Which I think that's a really nice thing to add to the drops because I feel like there are some players that maybe don't have the time to farm materials or they could really benefit from that. So, what I'd like to do today is go over the patch notes. As I was saying earlier, I'm not too far behind this time. Hi, Alir. I hope you're well. It's so good to see you. We've missed you. I know you lurk, though. I know you lurk. What I mean by that is we just miss saying hi to you. That's all. Anyway, so I'm about a week, maybe 2 weeks behind on the patch notes, but that's much better because last time I was like 3 months behind. So yeah, let's take a look at the patch notes. And I am going to play Palia today. I did a little bit of work on a plot to host cake parties, and I've been doing some research to figure out how to host cake parties. So maybe some of that to come up in the future for our Palia streams. And in the meantime, I've also been logging into ESO. Don't forget, if you haven't been logging into ESO, to log in and use your cake. Get your cake and use your cake and get your tickets. It's 3 tickets a day. And it is a different cake. I love that there are different cakes every year. But anyway, we'll be playing ESO again on Friday. Potentially sooner. I do need to do a stream sometime this week for the Best Fiends sponsorship. Speaking of which... Stream Elements, their website is white. Okay, let's see. We haven't had any activity on the campaign in a little while. I have 3 days left on it, so I'm just gonna probably do a quick little stream at some point and just stream the game. I've got it all set up to stream on BlueStacks, and so we'll do that at some time in the next couple days. Anyway, it's wonderful to see all of you. I hope you're feeling well. Don't forget to take very good care of yourself as you're hanging out on Twitch. Make sure you're hydrating. Don't stare at the screen too long. Look away every now and then. Grab a snack. Let's get started with the patch notes. I mean, it's kind of sad that we don't have stream raiders. I do miss playing stream raiders. It's so sad. Okay, so let's see. The drops are very related to this update. So this is patch 190, Tinker and Timber update. I haven't looked at these notes at all. All I did was I came to the page and I grabbed an image to use for my thumbnail. Let's see. Build and bounce into the Tinker and Timber update. So I know that there is a new landscape. There's a new landscape. Let me see if I can't squish this down just a little bit more. Okay. All right. So let's see. Create your own obstacle course with sandbox decor. Speaking of obstacle courses, I still have never done the jump puzzle in Palia. That would be fun to do sometime. Maybe we can do it later today. Hey, Giant. Good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. Hello. Okay, so create your own obstacle course with sandbox decor. Tinker with some timber using a builder's decor set. Okay. Introducing a highly requested feature, mystery outfit gifting. Really? So, okay, so it sounds like we can gift. We can send gifts now. That's a new feature. Cool. Keep your eyes peeled for April 1st. Oh, we missed it. Whatever their gag. What do you guys think about like the silly April Fool's things that companies do? I know Twitch did some like joke categories, although the Y2K stream was actually really cool. Twitch went live and did a Y2K stream. That was pretty cool. Anyway, you know, sometimes they get really kind of silly with the updates, but it's all in good fun, right? So whatever they posted on April 1st, like, I don't even know. The premium store is serving darling and rugged new fits, the plumpest pet, and a plush landscape. Yeah, a new landscape. It's literally got floating plushes in it. That's the image that I downloaded earlier today. So let's see. New features. It's field day in Palia, but way more cozy. Head to the housing store. Head to the housing store and purchase the sandbox signpost. Oh, that's cute. Sandbox Bouncy Shroom, and Sandbox Timer to get started designing high-octane, totally frenetic, or absolutely chill obstacle course of your dreams. Interesting. Oh, it's a timer. Huh. Okay. I wonder what you can do with the signs. Do the signs all just look like that? And let's see, a Sandbox Bouncy Shroom. That sounds fun. The signpost, mark the starting line. Oh. 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 Interesting. I see. So you can customize it. Snailgate was an inside job. Our character's Kansas this. I'm assuming it's like ancient human or whatever. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling definitely ancient human myself, so. I woke up this morning and my back was a little sore. I was like, oh no. I've been taking it so easy. Okay, so let's see. Ready, set. So let's see. The signpost. Mark the starting line, praise your friends, or leave a no jumping note. Fueled by anybody who visits your plot. Go wild, but keep it classy. Sandbox Bouncy Shroom, mysterious mushroom totally sprouted out of nowhere. Totally. Springy substance yeets anyone who steps on its burgeoning dome. Yeet! That sounds fun. Sandbox Timer, ready, set, go. The timer is here to settle friendly rivalries. Challenge your reflexes or keep an eye on your homemade Aquindu Choppa. Not advised. Tap the timer and the countdown begins with a shiny UI display tracking your time. But beware, once that clock starts ticking, you can't pick it up, so make sure it's placed just right before you press start. This all sounds really fun. Hi, Helophonos. Thank you for the stream streak. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Okay, builders set decor. Oh, these look... Well, check these out. These look like just the items that are around in the world, in the open world, like the bridges and the walkways and these arches. This is great. So these are called the builder's set. Bridges, tracks, tools, and other industrial
Random
decor.
dad joke. Why do wizards clean their teeth 3 times a day? To prevent bad breath.
That's a shame. Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah, no, that's not a good one. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, let's see. Builder's Bridge, 3 different Builder's Bridges. Builder's Bridge corner, a bridge curve, bridge stairs, bridge post. Wow. Wooden arch. Coal pile, wood pile, a lantern. Ooh, a lantern. Mine tracks, mine cart, rail stop, stamp mill. Well, you can really customize your plot with stuff like that. That is awesome. Okay, this all sounds really great. Being able to add stuff like that can help your plot feel more like what it's like running around the village, or even running around in Bahari in some parts of it, right? Especially with the bridges and the arches and the like the tracks. That's cool. Mystery outfit gifting. One of the most wonderful aspects of Palia is our community. All you Palians have built an incredible culture of sharing. Yes, that's true. Folks have continually asked for ways to share premium content with friends. Mystery outfit gifting. How does that work? Select a mystery outfit for 795 coins. Each mystery gift sends your friend a random premium outfit that they don't already own. Oh, that has a base price that's always greater than the price of the gift. Well, they're all almost all of them are more than 795 coins. I was in there looking at them earlier today, and they were... Most of the ones that I wanted were like 2,200 coins. I did not opt for those. We'll just have to wait. Okay, every outfit has an equal chance, so each top tier outfit is just as likely as any other outfit. Interesting. Choose a friend from your friends list to add a message. Nice. Your friend will receive a notification. That's neat. Oh, this is their first gifting feature. It doesn't mean we won't have others in the future. Nice. Mystery gifting is completely optional. It's not required to acquire any content. Yeah, we already knew that. Magi Market and login rewards. Magi Market returns in the Tinker and Timber update. Players can explore the night market. I just missed it. Tuesday the 1st and Tuesday the 8th. I just missed it. I always seem to log in and play this game or stream this game right after the market. Oh, let's see. April 1st, question mark. Okay. Prologue questline quality of life. Okay. So it looks like some fixes, social menu, sub-menu. All display online friends, community members, server, and home visitors. Oh, just the community and server and offline. I thought that was in there already. I must be thinking of something else. Okay, so I saw this earlier, one of the new premium outfits. I didn't look at that one. That one's cute. Also cute. Oh, look at this new pet. It's a trufflet. A trufflet. Adorable. Do we get truffles? Does it give us truffles? Premium. Oh no, it wouldn't do that because that would be like you would need to buy it in order to get truffles. Oh well. A new glider. This is cute. And tool skins. This is the new landscape. It is... I don't think it has all the trees and stuff. It would be neat to preview it. I wonder if we can. Ha! Check out these glasses. Oh my gosh, these are real. As a matter of fact, when I was in there earlier looking at the outfits, I totally saw these in there. These very serious glasses. Very serious glasses. They're so cute. But what is this? What is this second little image? What is that? A new emote, Chef's Kiss. It looks kind of... Oh yeah, it is kind of like Chef's Kiss. But it also almost looks like Blow Kiss. Bug fixes. They fixed the switch crash. Great. I wonder if they fixed the issue with the arcade machines. I mean, I don't have any, but I know that there was an issue with them. Okay. All right, great. I think that's a pretty good review of the patch notes. Let's see. I want to see if we can preview the landscape. Okay, so this is Plush Park. Like, I'm really interested where do you see this? Trying to figure out how it looks. I could have sworn that there was a way to preview a landscape. Maybe you can do that from the menu. Or, I mean, from the bulletin board. Oh. There's a home tours store? Oh, I had no idea. Okay. I have 80 of these. Oh, okay, great. That's not what I was looking for. Home tour featured. Palia. Okay, so let's see. I could have sworn there was a way to preview a landscape. No, it doesn't look like it. Oops. I feel like I'm kind of crazy here because I could have sworn in the beginning when they introduced the landscapes, you could preview them. You could enter a plot and preview the landscape. Well, what is this tree doing here? This tree doesn't belong here. This tree belongs in the other landscape. Okay. Or in another plot. Okay. Alright, it's fine. We'll figure it out. I really wish we could preview the landscape. I could have sworn that was totally possible. Oh, wait. Is that fall leaves? Spooky fall leaves. Oh, all my keybinds are incorrect. This is fine. I'm not worried about it. Okay. I wonder if my tomatoes are done. Ooh, dispel arrows. That's nice. They are. Oh, I missed one. Oh, no. Look at that. It just needed one more drop of water. That's annoying. Very nice. Finally finished with these, and I can get back to making, planting the plots that have, my money making plots. So we'll move this here and this here and this back here. And then once this one tomato is done, I'll start planting things for, I better make sure I have enough seeds. My money maker plot. So let's see. I need 4 apples. There's 4 apples, 4 blueberries, 4 spicy pepper. There's 15. And then 4 wheat, 4 corn, 4 rice. There's rice, wheat, corn, and then something in the middle. And I'll probably put cotton in the middle. Okay, I have enough seeds to do it. Watching a new anime. Have you heard of Kingdom? I have not. It's just called Kingdom. That's kind of rare because we were just talking about when we were scrolling through Crunchy. Some of the animes have like the long, super long names that are actually like straight up Japanese translations and not shortened in any way. So most of them are like a sentence. But there's one just called Kingdom. It's okay to feel crazy. Everyone has their own form of insanity. It's when you start to feel normal that you should be worried, right? And I've just been struggling to get back to normal for a year now. A year. It's been a year. So it's been about a year since I got back from... A year in 4 days. It'll be a year that I got back from the whole event that was Iowa. I got home on like April 11th or April 12th. Okay, let's see. So there's nothing else going on around here. I need to... Oh yes, I made some planks because I needed planks for something. Oh, I was gonna build up this, I was trying to make a storage chest, right? I need to make a copper chest so that I can then make an iron chest. Right? Yeah. 2012, 5 seasons. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, we haven't heard of it. They have those kind of plots in this game. Those kinds of plots in this game. What did I say? Which kind of plots, Gumps? 2012. 5 seasons in 2012. Wow, no. We've never seen that one. We haven't started any new anime because all the ones we've been watching are concluded. For now. Okay, so let's switch to the forest. Moneymaker plots. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you could arrange it, especially as clever and customizable clever players are and customizable as the plots are. Oh, let's see. So I have a tree that belongs here. It keeps popping up on the other plot. I think it belongs here. I don't know. It should go here. Okay, let's see. So I said I wanted to fully grow these trees and harvest the seeds and then grow new trees at varying heights. Varying heights of trees. But we must start with full-grown trees. Yeah, we've been talking about solo leveling quite a bit in the Discord, Lafonos. Yeah, that's one of the animes that we've been watching that just ended for the season. We've been watching solo leveling and where's my brain? Shangri-La Frontier are the two that we've been keeping up on. And we also were watching Hachi no Kaiju, but I feel like we've been waiting a while for another season on that. I feel like it's at a different timing than the others, like they all are. Like it's been a while since we've seen a Spy Family. It's been a while. What are the other animes we've been watching? Did I water these? I did. La 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 la. It's going to be a forest one day. SLF is great. Yeah. We love that one too. Sanfuro, right? Which is such a weird way to say it. But yeah. We just finished watching those two. And I feel like Shangri-La, if that was the end of the season, Kira thinks that was the end of the season, this last episode. We feel like it's kind of like in the middle of something. Like usually a season, like solo leveling is a great example. You know, the end of the season felt like the end of the season. Like we were closing arcs and opening new arcs like you normally do. But I feel like SLF is like in the middle of two stories. It's like such a weird spot to have a season break, you know what I mean? So I don't know, it could just be me. It doesn't feel like the end of the season, but Kira thinks it is the end of the season. But yeah, no, we haven't watched any others. We tried that other one that you told us about. Was it like Black Summoner, Dark Summoner, something like that you told us about? I think it was Zephys and Kira had dubbed it the harem anime waifu collector anime. Black Summoner. Yeah. Yeah, we can kind of see where it's going. Like we watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes and we're like, oh, okay. It's going to be all women, girls, young girls that need his help joining up with him. Like, oh, it's such a tired story. Or I guess story element. So we have not stuck with it. You couldn't remember? Well, oh, I don't think I know the difference between the two. What is the difference? I have not ever read a manga. Oh my gosh, speaking of that, I need to go back in and need to update my... You know what, guys? I've been doing so much work. I haven't updated my merch store, but I did start uploading, well, but also kind of editing and creating thumbnails and publishing my YouTube videos. So right now, all I have been publishing are my old VODs. But I cleared up 250 gigs on my hard drive by doing so. fully colored and manga is black and white. Oh, okay. Good to know. Oh, that one does not need water. Oh, hey. Yeah, there we go. There's a finished one. Is it the only one? That's the only one. Okay. Oh, nope. This one. I want to pick up this one. So the trees that are full grown go on the other side. They go over here. Perfect. What are these trees, though? I didn't plant these trees. These are the trees that are just on the plot. Yeah, I didn't plant those. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. Okay. So let's water these trees. So I'll need to come up with a system, though. Like, where should I put my trees that I'm not going to have fully grown? I'll need a separate section for them. This plot is kind of a mess right now, but I know that in the end it's going to be perfect. Oops, nope, did that one. Okay. So these are my trees that are still growing. I'm surprised I only have one. I only have one. That's done growing. Okay, perfect. So for the new ones, I'll put those over here. A tiny pink avatar. All she needs is a gun. We would have the MC from SAO, alternative gun gale. Oh, right. Hi, Thevia. Good to see you, dear. Things are going well. How are you? How's your day? All she needs is a gun. Are you talking about my character? With a tiny pink avatar? The MC from GGO. Gosh, I can't remember it. It's been a minute since I've seen GGO. And GGO was, I mean, my least favorite, if I'm being honest. Okay, so these are going to be the new trees that will not go... I won't grow them to full maturity. Varying heights. You want to defend Black Summoner too. It's not just women needing help. It starts out that way, but it's not. Unfortunately, it does give that vibe, but it isn't, you promise. Okay, I will tell Kira. Honestly, he's the one that's like most against continuing to watch it. I would have stuck with it, but neither of us are like really big on like fan service anime, and we didn't know if it was going to go that route either. I mean, I didn't really get that vibe. So I think we're good to go in terms of that. Why is this going so slowly? Okay. That's everything. The main character plays a tiny little avatar that is fully decked out in pink clothes and wields a pink SMG. SAO GGO is a spin-off. It's not. It's. I know, Laphonos. I've seen all of them. I've seen all of them. Yeah, I've seen all of them. I've seen the movies. Yeah. GGO should not be part of the SAO franchise. I think a lot of people have some pretty strong feelings about GGO if you're talking about it being part of SAO. So I'm inclined to agree with you, Zephys. Seeds. So, okay, this reminds me of one other thing that I've totally forgotten to do since I started playing this game again, is I know that there are some new seeds, some new flowers that I haven't acquired yet. So, Laphonos. Oh, right. Never mind. I misread what you wrote. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. It's been forever since I've seen it, so I don't remember. I mean, I think we watched it before we lived in this house, like a long time ago, since we saw GGO. Sorry, my allergies are just really bugging me today. Okay, so let me actually go to the wiki. Palia wiki, and let's do... Is there a page on flowers? Okay, perfect. Let's see. Not gatherable flowers, the decorative flowers. Okay, so let's see. All right, I have these. Pinky Pom Pom flower. I don't have those. From a gossamer veil moth. Oh my gosh. Did they make those easier to find? That would be like one big question I have about this game since the time that's passed, since I really played it full time. I had such a hard time getting plushes. And I think I've only gotten 2 bug plushes after spending so much time hunting bugs. And I know that the flowers are not rare at all, honestly, when it comes to looking for them. But this gossamer veil moth is not easy to find. It's a rare bug, right? Well, rare. It's not epic. I wonder if you can lure these with I wonder if you can lure these with a lure, with a honey lure. Okay, we could try to find some of those. So the Pinky Pom Pom flower, I don't have this one. Trillium flower, I think I have that. Oh, I don't have this one, I don't think. Oh, no, I do. I think I do. Let's see. Pale paintbrush flower, I don't have that. And the Nandia flower, I don't have that. So I think these are the 3 that I'm looking for. Bright Eye Butterfly, Spitfire Cicada. Those are both daytime bugs and Bahari. And then this Pinky Pom Pom flower, I don't have this one. So Gossamer Veil moths. I think I have all the rest of these. I know I've got the Trillium. And I'm pretty sure I have this one too. Is it Hematome's flower? I'm pretty sure I have that one. Okay. So do I have a chest on this plot? I do. Let's put some of these things away. Oh, I have a sticker pack. Totally forgot about that. No. Wait, give me that back. I so love that they added the search. Okay. There's that. Let's open the sticker pack. Work in the mines. I got work in the mines emote. Oh, I have tomatoes. I should put those in a jar. Okay. So here's the new plot that I started working on. This is a party place. I have not done a ton of work on it. It's not mind-blowing in any way whatsoever. So I did some reading and I found a Reddit thread. And these are the minimum number of stations I think needed for a cake party. I think. And I know that like the person that starts it will use one of these, and then the bakers also use the prep stations, and then the other people all use the mixing stations. Like I don't know for sure. I might need to rearrange it. I was just kind of winging it, not basing this off of anything that I've seen anywhere, but I got it started. And this is what I need the chests for. I wanted to put those here. Oh yeah, I forgot they don't line up anymore. Why don't they line up? Come on. That's right, I turned the other ones the other way. Because they line up this way, but they don't line up going the other way, and that's just... I can't stand it. I don't know why they don't line up anymore. They need to fix that. There we go, see? Nice and aligned. The way things should be. You started a new tune and you played for a week straight non-stop. You thought you were making good progress, but then I just noticed you're level 57 on farming. You're so far behind. So I recently saw a message that someone posted on Blue Sky, and it was totally something I needed to hear. The message was, you are not behind. You're just on a different timeline. And that resonated with me because I'm constantly talking about how, oh, I'm so far behind. It is okay to be on a different timeline. So the gardening, I'm only that high in gardening because that's like the main thing that I do. As you can see, I'm only level 21 in bug catching, 23 in furniture making. I'm only level 17 in fishing. I'm only 57 in gardening because that's where I make all my money. I've consistently gardened since I started, but I have not really consistently done anything else. So you are doing great, Zephys. Do not feel that way. Let's see. So look at these progress that I started on before. I feel like they let you carry over your progress from the previous week if you don't get it. I think maybe you can only complete it once a week with these accomplishments. Your highest level is 15. I think that's great. I think that's really good because what isn't level when do you unlock the guilds? Level 20, right? 20 is when you unlock the guilds. That's really great. I feel like it took me a long time to get those unlocked. I think 15 is great. You're doing awesome, Zephys. Goodness gracious. Okay. All right, so let's see. No, let's go back to the main plot. And oh yeah, I wanted to put away these tomatoes. Oh no, I want to put them in jars. Let me see how many tomatoes I have first. I might put them in the jars. 78. I have plenty of tomatoes, but not that many tomato seeds. That's what I'll do with them. I'll make some seeds. How many does it take? It takes 3. Okay. Oh, wait. Wait, 3? There we go. We'll have 2 leftover tomatoes. I actually do not have that many tomatoes. So let's make some seeds. I think that's why I grew the tomatoes. I grew them so long ago. It's like I can't remember. I don't have 78 tomatoes. I have 149 tomatoes. I still don't have that many seeds though. 149 tomatoes. Like that's a lot of tomatoes. Let's jar some. Just wow. Holy heck, that's a lot of tomatoes. There we go. Okay, so we'll get those going. What time of day is it? 10 p.m. So I might be able to try to catch a moth. Do I have a lure? I do. I have 1 lure. Let's make another lure. Oh, I turned off the light, didn't I? Shucks. There we go. Okay. A lure, thank you. let's see. Honey lure. You still gotta get your warthog too. You haven't been on since the update. Oh, are you talking about the new pet? The truffle something. Truffalette. This little cutie right here. Is this the one you're talking about? The truffalette. There's different colors of it. Let's see, pets. Frosted. Oh, wait. Frosted, tawny, and muddy. Cute. I'd probably go with the frosted one, you know, because it's kind of like me. I'm kind of frosted these days. Muddy. Yeah. Nice. Oh, I think I got a drop. Let me see. I wonder if these drops are the kind where you have to claim them before you can move on to the next one. Let's see. Claim. Oh, no. Great. So I got planks, fabric, and leather. So the 3-hour rewards are... There are a lot of 3-hour rewards. Sugar, butter, egg, flour, milk, sweet leaf, a corn, 5 gold bars, and a sticker pack. And then the 6-hour mark... Flow planks, pallium bars, potato pods, a sticker pack, 2 of them, 10 more gold bars. That's the 6-hour drop. You know, I think those are great drops. Okay, so I said I was going to try to see if I can find a moth. I might need a buzzy jar to find the other ones during the day. Although I usually know where to look to find the Spitfire cicada. It's a bright-eye butterfly that I think I also need a lure for those. And those usually come out, I think, daytime. Morning and day. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same with the cicada. It's morning and day, I believe. But they're usually on the trees, like really high up. Well, not too high up, but usually high up is the best place to find them. Morning and day. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Hello. Please run. There we go. So I don't have much time. I only have 3 hours. I might have to... I might actually need to postpone that. And I think I'll go to Bahari and work on weekly accomplishments. I'll just go this way. Is the fishing game working? I keep getting a lot of weird connection errors with that fishing game. Hello, keep running. Yeah, I see it popping up. There's like a little tiny error on the very bottom. You can see a little itty bitty little orange circle. It keeps saying that it's not connected to Twitch, although it's totally connected to Twitch. It's just having a day, and that's fine. So I was able to get all the icons updated in ESO again. All of them are appearing except for Pengy's. I don't know what it is about Pengy's little penguin. Every time I tree loving hippie. I love that. Anyway, every time I have to update those, when I have to re-add Pengy's little penguin, it disappears at first. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, here's my drops. I'm gonna leave them there. I'll claim them later. Okay, so let's see. Catch 30 bugs. That would have been a great idea at the grove. I just missed the grove, so we can do that at the next grove. Probably also should have done some cooking. But I need other players to finish them. 3 out of 10 dishes. Oh gosh. Let's see. So I'm going to, well, without knowing where the grove is, I can do foraging and mining. Just rethinking here. I feel like I came out here a little bit late. All right. I'm gonna go back. I know that's irritating. I'm gonna go back. Is that pallium? No. I'm going to go underground and fish. There's an entrance to the bay from your house. Yes! Yes, you didn't